Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. In this video, I want to give you another Cardano update, and what a glorious day it is for you Cardano ADA holders out there. You are seeing the rest of the market in absolute chaos. We're going to talk about why that is. We did a longer video specifically focusing on that earlier that I suggest you go and watch, where we call out the hypocrisy in this whole situation and we let you know that everything is okay. Whenever we sold off in 2017, there was always a narrative attached to it, such as China banning Bitcoin or it being used for illicit activity or whatever it was. There's always a kind of narrative attached to it. But ultimately, what we're looking at right now, and we've made sure to come on here every single day through this kind of lull period prior to this, we said that Cardano was showing some amazing strength and resilience. It's really going against the grain. We love to see it. There are so many, too many for me to make a 10-minute video on reasons to be involved in Cardano. When you look at the fundamentals of this project, the aims, the goals, the achievements, the team, the use cases for Cardano, you cannot help but see dollar signs. I'm sorry, guys. I know that that might trivialize it, but if you're here to make money, investing in a project with real fundamentals is going to get you a lot further than investing in a pump and dump. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to, of course, take a look at Cardano on the 4-hourly time frame, the daily and the weekly. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to tell you what is possibly to come for the cryptocurrency market. Is this sell-off over? We're going to discuss it. What I want to start with, for those of you who don't already know, if you've been living under a rock or in a cave, or you've only just got woken up or whatever, the reason the entire market has sold off was because Elon Musk tweeted. That shows you how immature and small we are as a market today. So the tweet reads, and I'll read it to you and we'll discuss it, and I'll just maybe give you a few points of why this is completely hypocritical and just noise and you should ignore it. Is Tesla has suspended vehicle purchasing using Bitcoin. We are concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, especially coal, which has the worst emissions of any fuel. Cryptocurrencies is a good idea. Is a good idea on many levels, and we believe it has a promising future. Well done, genius. But this cannot come at a great cost to the environment. What about those rockets that you're fiddling around with, spaceman? What about, the hypocrisy involved in this is insane, and it's just noise and you want to ignore it. Very quickly, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Back in 2017, we did a lot longer video on this. This is 2017, ladies and gentlemen, where you had dips that were sometimes as severe as 33 plus frequent dips in a full swinging bull market, guys. And there was a narrative attached to these dips every time they occurred. The exact same thing is happening today, guys. It's just noise. I have personally accumulated cryptocurrencies today, this morning, probably this evening, and I have buy orders set the entire way down, because the lower it goes, the more I'm going to end up accumulating. If it decides to, kind of shake this off and go the other way, we're already seeing some relative strength and recovery. But this is so irrelevant, guys. Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it as use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to a more sustainable energy. Isn't that a coincidence? We are also looking at other cryptocurrencies that use less than 1% of Bitcoin's energy transactions. So this might be a good idea to perhaps see if we can do some diving into finding out what that crypto may be. Ultimately, we know that Bitcoin is very energy intense. I think it has the same energy usage as a small city. Maybe it might be Los Angeles, Las Vegas, something like that. I don't know, but it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. It's all just nonsense what's going on right now, guys. But Cardano is showing some serious strength. Now, we did say we've been sort of right that you were just going to keep staircasing up, making marginal highs until we had that blow-off moment that we saw for Ethereum. We still think that's to come. We covered it in other videos. The structure in Cardano is looking exactly the same and has been exactly the same since 2017 to Ethereum. The only thing is Bitcoin made its kind of leg that Ethereum's just had first, then Ethereum makes it, and then smaller altcoins make it. That's the flow of money into the cryptocurrency space. So there's big things coming for Cardano very soon. Remember, 72% of all Cardano out there is staked on the Cardano network. That shows a real vote of confidence, and that's why you don't see these kind of harsh sell-offs necessarily in Cardano. This is appealing Every single day, the reasons to invest in Cardano just become more and more apparent to me. You know, I love this project. It's in my top 3 cryptos and is going to remain there, I believe. It could end up as my top 1 depending on how it performs. But ultimately, guys, you know, we still think the same thing's happening. Now, it's all largely dependent, of course, on Bitcoin. We like to do that, leave the draw tool on. You know, Bitcoin right now, what you do not want to see, I'll tell you what you don't want to see for this. You don't want to see another rising wedge, because in the same way that we came on here, let's take it to a 4-hourly. That was a really bad draw, but whatever. Let's take it to a 4-hourly, guys. We told you rising wedge usually leads to a sell-off. It doesn't have to do that. Rising wedge usually leads to a sell-off. On balance of probability, we know that to be true. If you now set up in a similar manner on balance of probability, I'd suggest you're going to sell off a little bit more. That does not have to happen, by the way, guys. Essentially what you could do, and we are watching it right now, is you could do something like this, where you kind of, you know, you slowly staircase your way up, and then essentially you'll have a kind of a move that will take you back up and probably beyond your prior local highs. So there's two ways this is going to go. It's obvious. It's going to go up or down. You know, I know that might sound trivial, but that's essentially what's going to happen. And based on what kind of structure sets up coming out of this sell-off is going to give us an idea of where we're likely to go. And like I say, I have a lot of buy orders set in case we do go lower on a number of alts. I've managed to pick up an awful amount of altcoins today. You know, Kyber Network, Verge. We've picked up a variety of cryptos. I even picked up some more Tezos, some more Algorand. We've gone through them all today, and I'm hoping to perhaps accumulate some more. But what I'm really trying to drill home to you in this video is that this is just complete strength, and this is just complete noise that is going on. There's nothing serious. It's going to get to the point in the cryptocurrency market when we mature enough that news like this, we're just going to go, who cares? It's irrelevant. Who was really buying Teslas with Bitcoin anyway? Like, what percentage of people buying Teslas are paying in Bitcoin? It's so minute and irrelevant and just stupid that the entire market is still largely tethered to this. We made so many videos on Dogecoin where we said it's not a good idea, guys. Yes, there is an opportunity to get money, but a very few people will make that money. 23% of all Dogecoin is owned by one wallet. That is not going to end well. And when you have these big events like SNL, the reason we sold off is because essentially when he mentions something like that and people go and buy, for these big whales, it's just a feeding frenzy, guys. And for the real people out there that know what I'm talking about, understand how this game works. This guy is not your friend. He's in it for himself. He's got to where he's got to by doing the things that you need to do to get there. Understand, and it's why we take you away from the short-term time frames. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on a weekly, and this, you know, might give you a little bit more of an accurate guide of where we're likely to go. Now, we've drawn Elliott waves on everything, guys, and essentially we said you are in your 4th wave pullback. Elliott waves dictated based on 5 waves, and the 4th wave is your pullback before you have your explosive 5th wave. And we did say we would like to have came down. Videos are all still up there, guys, to come down and, you know, get a little bit closer to this EMA before this kind of thing happens, guys. That is essentially what is happening today. You know, nothing's changed. We're going to see what Bitcoin does, but Cardano is just steaming on regardless. It's ignoring everything, which is what everybody out there should be doing. I'm like that Dalek, guys. Instead of exterminate, I'm accumulate. For those of you who have watched Doctor Who in the UK, you know, I can't emphasize enough how insignificant this really is. Yes, it's caused a sell-off that just shows you how immature and how much this market still has to grow. I'm very excited, guys. I hope you are. It's unfortunate, you know, that Cardano, you know, the rest of the market isn't doing so well with Cardano. But there's a reason that we've really championed this project recently, and it's because we know what we're looking at. You know, the Africa special that we covered in kind of brief detail was a lot more significant than I think people really gave it credit for. And this is the thing, when good news comes out in the crypto market, it doesn't really seem to do a lot. When bad news comes out, it does a lot. But that good news adds up over time, and eventually you get this formidable, immutable force that is something like Cardano right now, guys. I'm very, very excited. Let's take a look at a daily time frame for Cardano, see where we're at on that. I mean, look at this, guys. This is just beautiful. You're doing more of a stairway kind of effect. You know, look, you wick right down to this EMA. A lot of people don't like EMAs because there's quite a lot of old data involved, but I think they are actually quite useful to give you a kind of representation of where the market is likely to head. You know, they're another factor, they're another tool in your arsenal. We like what we're seeing here, guys. We you know, everything looks great for Cardano, and actually everything looks good for Bitcoin, to be honest with you. There's nothing alarming here other than the fact that we've, you know, sold off, and we've shown you on so many occasions, guys, 2017 and what that looked like. These are all sell-offs in Bitcoin that were very severe. And let's actually put it into retrospect, just how much we've sold off by. Let's put us on a 4-hourly, drop us away from a logarithmic. Let's go auto. So if we don't just take this, I mean, this most recent sell-off we can do quickly is only 14%. Let's do it from, you know, the top. It's a baby sell-off that's been very, very much overhyped, guys. Let's do it from this sell-off here all the way down. 23%. This sell-off here, guys, was 25%. So not even as big as your price sell-off. This, in retrospect, and that's what I'm trying to do here, guys, give you an idea of this. A weekly ADA just looks great. It just looks so good. You are now in your fifth wave that we've said is coming. This is your wave that Ethereum has just had, where you are going to essentially do a lot in a very small period of time. And if you add what ADA is already doing to the fact that the market is going to top out and start to impulse sometime very, very soon as a result of us sort of letting that steam off, exhausting sellers, reintroducing the buyers, you have a perfect storm setting up for Cardano. I'm going to love and leave you on that note, guys. If you've not watched my Elon Musk video where we focus on exactly what the tweet is and why it's so hypocritical, go and do that. I brought it out earlier. I didn't really wait around to bring it out. I just made sure I got it out there for you guys. That's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, one of the fastest and realest growing YouTube channels out there. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.